What's good? This your man's Hurricane telling you what to do with a Celebrity Hood review. And we're about to talk about this new Resident Evil live adaptation series. Let me tell you something. Paul W.S. Anderson, he ruined the Resident Evil franchise with the Milla Jovovich movies. I don't know what travesty that Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City was. Now, the Resident Evil Village, y'all need to take that back and repackage it and make it scary. Now we got this Resident Evil Netflix show. And the showrunner is the guy I'm talking about. His name is Andrew Dabb. And if you don't know what Andrew Dabb is, Andrew Dabb, he was the last showrunner for a show called Supernatural. One of my favorite shows on television. It had 15 seasons. And great show. What Andrew Dabb did to that show was he retconned a lot of things in that show. Retcon after retcon after retcon. And not only that, he start off with a plot, but he never finishes. He never executed properly. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to Eric Kripke, Robert Singer, and Sarah Gamble. They was the original showrunners of the show Supernatural. And Andrew Dabb was like co-producing, you know, like he was producing. He was doing shit behind the scenes. I can't say that he didn't earn his spot as showrunner because he was putting in a lot of work. But once he became showrunner, it was horrible. I put Andrew Dabb up there with Chris Chibnall, Alex Kurtzman, and Kathleen Kennedy, and J.J. Abrams. You know what I'm saying? Now, the problem is Andrew Dabb has, let's just say, they race swapped Albert Wesker. Albert Wesker is the iconic villain of the Resident Evil series, and he's a white guy that is blonde and wear glasses all the time. Indoors, outdoors, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he's a corporate killer. True bona fide killer. Grew up as an experiment, excelled in all of his shit until he became part of an organization of Umbrella. Then he started working with a sideline group called The Connections, and then he did his own thing, trying to take over the world, becoming a god. Now he has been race swapped by the black guy, Lance Reddick. Lance Reddick played in the John Wick series. He was the guy that's he's the bald head guy at the hotel that lets you get in, you know. So he's playing Wesker. Now we heard about this months ago, a year ago, and we laughed at it. So now that it's finally coming out, we're going to talk about this. So now Andrew Dabb, he says that live adaptations are limiting themselves by casting based on character accuracy. What he said was so fucking stupid. This is why nobody fucked with Cowboy Bebop. Because we want Faye Valentine to look like Faye Valentine. And then the lady that played Faye Valentine, Daniela Panetta, she talking about that we couldn't find no outfits that matched. Like, that's bullshit because there's cosplayers all over the world rocking her outfit. And then there was like, Faye is going to be doing some stunts. Faye don't do stunts. Faye just shoot, and she fly her ship and shoot. So what you going to be having her doing? You know, something that's not in the freaking show. Now, the thing about it is, what people fail to realize is you can have other characters, but they must look close to the character as possible. And two, you may not say everything word for word or do shit word for word, but at least capture the essence of what we love. You feel me? This is why Resident Evil 2 Remake was awesome, because it captured the essence of the original Resident Evil 2 from the PS1. Now, when it comes to movies, you can do a live adaptation based on a book, based on a comic. Shoot, look at Alita Battle Angel. You know, shout out to Quentin Tarantino for helping out with that. You know, read the manga, watch the cartoon, and watch the live adaptation. The live adaptation captures the essence of what's going on. Now, Resident Evil, they're failing. They we want to make something new. We want to do something new. Well, if you want to do something new, then don't take the Resident Evil name. Make something new. Now, back to the race swapping. Back to what Andrew Dabb said, we are limiting ourselves. Now, he said this Resident Evil will feature new original stories of 2 timelines. Now these 2 timelines, the first timeline begins with a 14-year-old sisters, Jade Wesker and Billy Wesker. So now Wesker has new kids, when clearly Wesker only has one son. Wesker's son, his name is Jake. He was in part 6. Wesker died in part 5. In part 6, the world is a full global zombified now, and Jake's blood is the only cure to save it. So now we just said, fuck Jake, we're about to replace it with 2 chicks. One is black and one is Asian. Wow, they go to diversity check mark. The Wesker sisters enjoyed their youth in the wonderful man-made corporate city of New Raccoon City. So there's like, we're going to keep the names. But they gradually realized the reality of the city and suspected their father is hiding something. Little do they know this is a dangerous secret that will lead the world back to being zombified. The second timeline is the future world. 10 years later, the company still thrives. The number of humans have been less than 15 million, and the T virus have turned over 6 billion people into monsters. People and animals. In the new world, Jade, the 30-year-old, fights for survival, but is also tormented by the secrets of the past of her sister, father, and herself. Now, if you don't know the lore of Resident Evil, Wesker is an experiment. And the real true experiment is going to be these 2 sisters when they find out. They are bioweapons. That's the whole story. Audience were given the first look at the series. It will star Lance Reddick from John Wick, Ella Balinska from the horrible Charlie's Angels movie as the daughter of the future timeline, with the release of the first teaser trailer. Now, Dabb also said, if we know games, Wesker is dead. He got blown up with a rocket launcher at the end of part 5 in a volcano. The games are the backstory, so everything in the game exists in the world. So that means y'all need to bring Jake in. If they don't bring Jake in, Andrew Dabb is lying. So how is Wesker alive? I will say stay tuned, for the answer is not like he's immune to lava. He asserted, I don't want to give too much away, but I will say the explanation for why Wesker is the way he is and how he is still alive go hand in hand. As a specific choice for Riddick, Dabb posted to the crowd, I think when you're casting in the modern day age, here you go, the modern day of the agenda, if you're limiting yourself based on, well, this character is blind, so we got to look for a blind actor, you're not going to find yourself, he said you're going to find yourself in a bad position. That's bullshit. Everybody love Wesker. You're in a good position. You can find people that can act and look like Wesker, but y'all choose not to. Y'all want to do something new. With Lance was interested in the part, you're not going to find anybody better to play that character. I can feel you. Lance Reddick probably can play a good Wesker, but no, you can't be Wesker. You can probably act well, but you don't have the look. You don't look like a nigga. Wesker is white. You're black. Nigga, simple as that. And also, okay, yeah. Because he got to balance being a dad and a corporate killer. At that point, you're making the show weaker by going with someone that may be more aesthetic to the game. So he's saying, let me give Wesker a personality. I want to make him a dad and a corporate killer. He need to balance that. No, in the game, he was one track. I want to become God. I want to take over the world. Simple. Simple. I do it through infiltration, espionage, and murder. That is Albert Wesker. He's not a family man. He probably didn't even know he had a son. Now, Andrew Dabb further goes on, so why would you want to weaken a show like that? Dabb asks in conclusion, it makes no sense to me. And luckily, Netflix and Constantine Films as well, they're very much on board with it. So Netflix and Constantine promotes the agenda. Y'all know Netflix came out with that Cuties, and they're trying to do a show called Drag Kids. So, you know, at the end of the day, they're promoting the agenda too. And Andrew Dabb said, the goal here is to do the strongest show. The strongest show? Are you serious? The 8-episode Resident Evil was set to debut on July 14th. In conclusion, Paul W.S. Anderson ruined Resident Evil when he came out with the Milla Jovovich movies. So only thing I really kept playing was the games, and watching the CGI movies that correspond with the games. All the live action stuff is horrible because no one ain't gonna get it right because they want to put in the agenda. They want to put in the agenda instead of really entertaining you with great story and dialogue from the game with a different feel. You know, this is why the Resident Evil 2 remake was a great remake, because it made you feel scared like how you were scared on PS1. So in conclusion, if you ever had a favorite show that was ruined, look up the showrunner and find out who he is and blame him. Because these actors gotta work with what they working with. It's really the showrunner and the writers that be messing everything up. You dig? So going back to the top, Chris Chibnall ruined Doctor Who. Andrew Dabb ruined Supernatural. Kathleen Kennedy ruined Star Wars. Alex Kurtzman and J.J. Abrams ruined Star Trek. That's it. It's your man's Hurricane. I'm out.